Where is your never again brand, store, restaurant, or company? I took my Bitterwood truck to a local tire shop for an alignment. They told me they couldn't align it because I had a sticky U joint, and then charged me for an hour of labor because they had to take the tie rods off. I argue because A. U joints don't impact alignment, and B. There was about an inch of grime on the castle nuts, so there is no way the tie rods came off. They brought out a manager who just made shit up about how alignments work. I am a mechanical engineer. I think they thought they could get away with it because I am a female. Nope, I filed a complaint with the state and they were fined for lying about service costs. I bought an engine from AutoZone for a vehicle I owned. They had a vendor build the engine and it was supposed to ship to my house. I waited 3 weeks for it to arrive, but it never did. I contacted their store, was told that it didn't had shipped yet and was coming via FedEx freight. I kept up with the tracking, but couldn't get anywhere with it. I kept calling back every couple of days to see what was going on, and no one could figure it out. I finally managed to find out that it had shipped via another company, RL Freight, and had been delivered to somewhere else. It was like pulling teeth to get a refund on an engine I never received. It took another 2 weeks to get the refund. I won't buy a soda from AutoZone now. A bar I went to on my 25th birthday. I got there first and opened a tab to get my first couple of drinks before my friend showed up and started buying for me. At the end of the night I went to get my bill, which should have been under $20. Instead I got a single piece of paper with a total of $85. It did not come with an itemized slip. Edit. For the people who can't gather this from context, that was unusual. All the times I'd gone to the bar before, I got itemized receipts. All of my friends that night got itemized receipts when they closed out. I spent 20 minutes on my birthday at the bar calling out the bartender's name, asking for an itemized receipt, while he pretended he could neither see nor hear me. I went home and reached out to management and explained the story to them, including how long I tried to get his attention. A reply: "If you thought there was an issue with your receipt, you should have asked the bartender to explain it to you. Never again. In case anyone cares, it's Penn Social in DC. If I see something is being shipped by On Track, I'll cancel. The 3 times they were the delivery company from Amazon, they lost one package completely and tried to say it wasn't their fault. The second package was also deemed lost but then showed up on my doorstep, something like 6 weeks later. The third time it sat on the ship label created for a week and I just contacted Amazon and cancelled the package. You don't find a lot of positive reviews out there, and any positive ones you do find seem like they were written by the company via a fake account. Chili's. I don't know how this even happens, but I was served fried chicken that was cold and literally had ice on it. Edit. To anyone reading this later on, I want you to know that Chili's PR staff has contacted me trying to smooth things over. Yeah, right. Chili's served me frozen food and I'd rather trash them forever than be sweet-talked with a gift card. Frontier Internet. They're one of the shittiest ISPs I've ever had. I will never go back, no matter how cheap it is. Fucking AT&T eats one thing after another with these assholes. They've been taking $60 a month from my checking account for the last 7 months for a prepaid phone that I don't have. They can't tell me why or take me off auto draft because I don't have a phone number to look up the phone that I don't own. Just spent almost an hour at the bank trying to dispute this shit. It's just the most recent in a long list of fuckery caused by AT&T. Those twats. Panera. They raised prices and shrank their portions a while ago. Not worth it anymore. Wayfair. Delivered a wooden table that had a huge split on the side and was broken where you put the leaf to extend the table. got 4 redelivers, and every single time it was the exact same table with the same damage. Eventually got a full refund, but did they seriously think that would work? Makes zero sense to me. Bonus: ordered the bedroom set around the same time and paid for delivery and assembly. The assemblers were 2/3 through the assembly and told me they couldn't finish because they couldn't understand the instructions. Had them take all the stuff back and also got a refund. Spirit Airlines. Never again. Fuck them. Flight from Vegas got cancelled. They don't even bother trying to put you on another flight. Not only that, you have to pay extra for the next flight available. I told them they can go fuck themselves and I want a refund. The customer service person told me he can refund me Spirit credit. That's when I lost it. After enough bitching, he gave me my money back to my credit card and I bought a flight on Delta. Comcast. A door-to-door salesman straight up lied to my dad, saying they had a 4 DVR setup that would cost less than what we were paying AT&T. When the installation guy got there, he said that no, they didn't have a 4 DVR setup. He was told to give us the standard 2 DVR setup, which was absolutely not something that would work in a house with 6 people with wildly different tastes in TV shows. So my dad tells him never mind, we're sticking with AT&T then. But because the Comcast guy had already installed our new cable box, he couldn't take it back with him, so we had to mail it back to Comcast ourselves. The kicker is, 5 years later Comcast tried to bill my parents for the cable box, saying we would never send it back. My parents insisted they did, and Comcast wanted the UPS receipt, which obviously we no longer had because it was 5 years ago, and we hadn't heard anything from them before this. So my parents refused to pay. Comcast sent a collections company after us, and when my parents explained the situation to the collection company, they were like, "Those fuckers, we'll take care of this." That was, thankfully, the end of it. Tony's Pizza Palace, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. September 26th, 1986 was the day I buried my infant son. He was 11 months and died from complications due to being born 3 months premature. His twin brother is healthy and got married 3.5 years ago. After returning from the burial ceremony to the funeral home, we went to our cars and found flyers tucked under the windshield wipers. Having a family get-together? Why not have it at Tony's Pizza Palace? Ask about our group discounts. Edit. I thought I should add this. Tony's happens to be 1 block away from the funeral home, 3 blocks from the second biggest hospital, and about 10 blocks away from the second biggest shopping mall in the city, all of which are in a straight line. I figured some 17-year-old kid working part-time for Tony's was given a pile of flyers and asked to put them on cars at the mall. The kid, not thinking, saw all the cars and probably started at the funeral home. Then went to the hospital parking lots and was probably out of flyers before he even got to the mall. I seriously doubt anyone in management, or perhaps I hope that nobody, at Tony's was aware that this happened. But it happened on a day that I won't forget, and I still haven't gotten past it. 1,800 flowers. Fuck them. They waited several days after I placed an order for Mother's Day to tell me that they wouldn't be able to fulfill the order. They waited until the day before, putting me in a bad position. Now I Google my mom's zip, add flowers, and have a few choices. I call the local shops directly, and 1,800 flowers is cut out of the process. TurboTax. Did my return. Got a notice that my e-file needed to be corrected. Logged back in to fix it and my return wasn't there anymore. 6 hours on the phone with 3 tiers of tech support, each one trying exactly the same thing. Finally, they were just trying random shit. So I tried random shit in parallel. Managed to get to my return with the invoice number from paying for the service without logging in. Tried to get them to understand that this is a very bad thing that they should report to someone. and they told me that they had no access to anyone technical and no way to submit bugs. This from the company that lobbied to make it illegal for the government to offer tax filing service. Tim Hortons. Quality is gone. They no longer have in-store bakeries, the coffee blend is god-awful, the menu is huge, the speed of service is horrible, and the way the owners are treated by the franchise is just disgusting. They need to stop trying to do everything and get back to focusing on what made them great.